Welcome back to World Information HD, your go-to source for mind-blowing facts from around the globe, and even more surprising treasures you might be carrying in your pocket. Today, we're diving into the numismatic world to explore the top 10 most valuable and rare U.S. Kennedy half dollars and Jefferson nickels, coins that, thanks to minting quirks, limited mintage, or error varieties, are now worth far more than just their face value. Some of these have sold for tens of thousands, others even for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you've ever wondered whether that dusty half dollar or nickel in your drawer might be a hidden fortune, stick around. You might just be sitting on gold, or at least silver. Today, we dive deep into one of the most sought-after coins in circulation, the 1999 D. Jefferson nickel. While many might dismiss modern coins as commonplace, this particular nickel has captured the attention of numismatists across the world. And there's a compelling reason at first glance. A 1999 D. Jefferson nickel might look like any other 5-cent piece in your pocket or jar at home. With Thomas Jefferson's dignified profile on the obverse and his beloved Monticello residence on the reverse, it seems familiar, even ordinary. But what makes this nickel extraordinary isn't something you can immediately see. It's hidden in its production, its minting, and the tiny quirks that make it incredibly rare. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, has had a long and interesting history. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, whose design has remained remarkably consistent over the decades. On the obverse, Jefferson's portrait reflects dignity and thoughtfulness, while Monticello graces the reverse, symbolizing the man's architectural brilliance and connection to American history. Over the years, various mint marks, errors, and low-mintage coins have made certain issues highly collectible, and the 1999 D nickel is no exception. To understand why the 1999 D Jefferson nickel is valuable, it's important to consider how coins are minted and distributed. In 1999, the United States Mint produced coins in several locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D mint mark indicates the coin was minted in Denver. Typically, Denver minted nickels are abundant, but some coins slip through the production process with subtle errors or unique characteristics that make them rare. It's these anomalies that can turn a common nickel into a collector's dream. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1999 D. Jefferson nickel is a phenomenon known as double die, or die clash, errors. In coin production, dies are used to stamp designs onto blank coin planchets. If the die shifts slightly or strikes incorrectly, it can leave a doubled image, a faint shadow, or other irregularities that make a coin stand out to collectors. For the 1999 D. Jefferson nickel, certain coins display a doubled profile of Jefferson, or slight doubling in the inscriptions around the rim. While these imperfections may be subtle to the untrained eye, seasoned numismatists immediately recognize them as rare and valuable. Another reason this coin is so prized has to do with circulation and survival rates. Most nickels minted in the late 1990s were used in daily transactions, handled countless times, and eventually worn down or lost. Coins that survive in uncirculated condition, or that are found with a pristine surface and sharp details, are exceedingly rare. When a 1999 D. Jefferson nickel emerges from circulation with no scratches, no discoloration, and perfect edges, it becomes a prime candidate for collectors willing to pay a premium. Condition, in the world of coin collecting, is everything. Numismatists use a grading scale to determine a coin's quality, ranging from good to mint state, and beyond. The 1999 D. Jefferson nickel, in perfect mint state condition, with all details sharply preserved and no signs of wear, is the holy grail for collectors. Even minor blemishes or contact marks can reduce a coin's value significantly, which is why meticulous preservation and careful handling are essential. But rarity alone doesn't dictate a coin's worth. Market demand plays a crucial role. The 1999 D. Jefferson nickel is coveted not only for its subtle minting anomalies but also because it represents the end of a century. Coins from the late 1990s occupy a unique position in the numismatic world. They are modern enough to be familiar, yet old enough to have a story, bridging the gap between contemporary collectors and those seeking historical significance. collectors often spend years searching for these elusive coins. Estate sales, coin shows, online auctions, and local coin shops are all hunting grounds for those who hope to uncover a 1999 D nickel in exceptional condition. Each find is met with excitement because it is increasingly rare to stumble upon one without some degree of wear or imperfection. Some collectors even specialize exclusively in Jefferson nickels, tracking down every variety, error, and low mintage issue they can find. For these enthusiasts, a 1999 D nickel in pristine condition is a trophy piece that could define a collection. The fascination with this nickel goes beyond its monetary value. It represents a tangible connection to American history and the art of coin making. Every curve in Jefferson's profile, every architectural line in Monticello, tells a story. It is a miniature sculpture, struck in metal, that has traveled through countless hands, across decades, yet continues to carry the elegance and integrity of its original design. When a collector holds a coin like the 1999 D. Jefferson nickel, it is not just a financial investment, it is a piece of history, a relic that embodies both craftsmanship and chance. It's also worth noting the role of coin grading services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, in establishing the value of coins like the 1999 D nickel. Coins are submitted for authentication and grading, which confirms their condition and rarity to potential buyers. A high-grade 1999 D Jefferson nickel certified by one of these services will command significantly higher prices than an uncertified coin because buyers have confidence in its authenticity and quality. And while many coins from 1999 are plentiful, the combination of exceptional condition, mint mark, and subtle anomalies is what catapults the 1999 D nickel into the spotlight. For collectors, this coin is more than just 5 cents. It is an opportunity to own something that could potentially appreciate over time, a rare gem that might one day be passed down through generations. Interestingly, the story of the 1999 D. Jefferson nickel mirrors a larger trend in coin collecting, the realization that modern coins can be just as valuable as antique coins if certain conditions are met. While collectors often seek out coins from the 19th and early 20th centuries, savvy numismatists understand that rarity, errors, and perfect preservation can make even late 20th century coins extremely desirable. The 1999 D nickel is a perfect example of this principle in action. Many people assume that coins minted in the 1990s are too recent to hold significant value, but this is a misconception. The market for collectible nickels has grown, fueled by interest in Jefferson nickels and the awareness that certain minting errors and low mintage varieties can command exceptional prices. For those willing to learn about die varieties, mint marks, and grading standards, the 1999 D. Jefferson nickel represents a golden opportunity. Of course, finding a coin in perfect condition requires patience, knowledge, and sometimes a little luck. Collectors often scour rolls of coins from banks, hoping to discover an uncirculated specimen, or they attend auctions where estate collections may hold hidden treasures. Each coin discovered adds to the collective story, and each rare nickel sold in the market reinforces its desirability. Ultimately, the value of the 1999 D. Jefferson nickel is a testament to the thrill of collecting, the beauty of minting, and the allure of rarity. It reminds us that even in a world dominated by digital transactions and virtual currencies, tangible artifacts like coins continue to captivate our imagination. They serve as a bridge between history and the present, between art and economics, and between ordinary objects and extraordinary opportunities. If you have a 1999 D. Jefferson nickel tucked away, it might be worth taking a closer look. Examine its details, consider having it graded, and explore the world of Jefferson nickel collectors who recognize its unique value. What seems like a simple 5-cent coin could very well be a treasure waiting to be discovered, a piece of history that has survived decades of circulation and emerged as a gem for collectors. And now, for the moment many of you have been waiting for, the ultimate worth of a 1999 D. Jefferson nickel in perfect condition. The Kennedy $50 is one of the most iconic coins in American history. Since its debut in 1964, this coin has captured the imagination of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Named in honor of President John F. Kennedy, who tragically passed away in 1963, the Kennedy half-dollar stands as a symbol of American legacy, politics, and numismatic craftsmanship. While the coin itself is familiar to most Americans, certain issues of the Kennedy half-dollar, such as the 1998 D-Mint mark, have grown into prized collector's items, commanding attention and value that far exceed their face value. The story of the Kennedy half-dollar begins with the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963. The nation was gripped by grief, and the United States Congress quickly authorized the creation of a commemorative coin. Designer Gilroy Roberts, who was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, created the obverse, or front, of the coin featuring the presidential portrait, while the reverse, or back, was designed by Frank Gasparo, showing the presidential seal with its iconic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch. The release of the first Kennedy half-dollars in 1964 was met with unprecedented demand, with millions of Americans lining up at banks to purchase their own piece of history. Over the decades, the Kennedy half-dollar has undergone changes in composition, production methods, and collector appeal. Early half-dollars from 1964 were composed of 90% silver, while subsequent issues in 1965 to 1970 contained 40% silver. By the mid-1970s, the coins were produced entirely from copper-nickel clad, making them more durable and suitable for circulation. While the general public may have gradually moved away from using the half-dollar in daily transactions, the coin maintained a strong following among collectors, who appreciate both its historical significance and artistic design. The 1998 D-Mint mark Kennedy half-dollar was produced at the Denver Mint, which has long been one of the main facilities responsible for striking U.S. coinage. In 1998, the Mint produced millions of these coins, but not all coins are created equal in the eyes of collectors. A standard circulation coin may carry nominal value, but certain examples can achieve substantial premiums if they meet strict criteria such as proof quality, uncirculated condition, or unique minting anomalies. Collectors and investors are often on the lookout for coins that are well preserved, with sharp details, pristine surfaces, and no signs of wear. 1 factor that enhances the appeal of the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar is its relative scarcity in high grades. While millions of coins were minted, most saw regular circulation and consequently developed scratches, discoloration, and other imperfections over time. A coin that has survived in pristine, mint state condition is therefore highly desirable. Numismatists classify coin conditions using the Sheldon scale, ranging from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS-70. For the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar, examples graded MS-65 or higher can attract serious attention from collectors, as these coins display full luster and sharp details without any distracting marks. Another element that adds value to the 1998 D-Mint mark half-dollar is its historical and symbolic significance. While modern coins often lack the sentimental weight of older, rarer pieces, Kennedy half-dollars are different. They represent a direct connection to one of the most beloved U.S. presidents and a turbulent era in American history. Owning a coin like the 1998 D-Mint mark is more than just holding currency. It is holding a tangible piece of cultural heritage. This intangible appeal often motivates collectors to pay premiums that far exceed the metal content or face value of the coin. Condition aside, collectors also pay close attention to any unique characteristics that may make a particular coin stand out. Mint errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet defects, can significantly increase a coin's desirability. For instance, a 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar with a noticeable minting anomaly could be considered a one-of-a-kind collectible, often attracting attention from specialized numismatic auctions. Even minor anomalies that escape casual notice can dramatically influence a coin's market value when verified by professional grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. The broader market for Kennedy half-dollars has also evolved over the years. Collectors are no longer limited to local coin shops. Online marketplaces and auction platforms now facilitate global trade. Websites such as eBay, Heritage Auctions, and great collections offer a dynamic marketplace where rare coins, including the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar, are bought and sold at competitive prices. The presence of these online platforms has significantly increased the liquidity and visibility of collectible coins, allowing collectors to gauge market demand more accurately and secure high-value pieces more efficiently. Another important consideration is the impact of economic conditions on collectible coin prices. Coins, particularly those that are rare or in mint condition, often appreciate in value during periods of economic uncertainty. Investors looking for tangible assets beyond traditional stocks and bonds frequently turn to coins like the Kennedy half-dollar, which have demonstrated resilience and steady demand over decades. The 1998 D mint mark, while modern, benefits from the established legacy of the Kennedy series, making it a reliable choice for both novice collectors and seasoned numismatists. Numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is a hobby that combines history, artistry, and investment strategy. Coins like the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar are not just legal tender, they are artifacts that tell a story about the United States, its leaders, and its evolving monetary system. Each coin reflects the craftsmanship of the mint, the aesthetic choices of the designers, and the cultural context of its time. For collectors, owning a coin from a specific year and mint mark offers the opportunity to connect with history in a very tangible way. When evaluating the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar for purchase, collectors are advised to consider factors such as condition, provenance, and certification. Coins that come with professional grading certificates often command higher prices due to the assurance of authenticity and quality. Additionally, the history of ownership, known as provenance, can add to a coin's appeal, particularly if it has passed through the hands of notable collectors or has been featured in reputable numismatic publications. It is also important to note that while many Kennedy half-dollars from the 1990s are accessible in local coin shops or online, finding a specimen that truly stands out requires patience and diligence. Collectors often attend coin shows, auctions, and private sales to locate coins in exceptional condition. Networking within the numismatic community can provide insider knowledge about available pieces and upcoming opportunities, making it easier to acquire coins that may appreciate significantly over time. Ultimately, the value of the 1998 D mint mark Kennedy half-dollar is determined by a combination of rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand. While some coins may circulate for years with little recognition, those that meet the highest standards of quality can achieve remarkable market prices. Investors and collectors alike recognize that coins are more than just metal. They are a legacy that captures moments in history, honors influential figures, and provides a tangible connection to the past. For those who already own a 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar in excellent condition, it is worth taking the time to have it professionally evaluated and graded. With the proper certification and presentation, this coin could command a premium in today's numismatic market. Whether purchased as an investment, a collectible, or a historical artifact, the 1998 D mint mark Kennedy half-dollar remains a fascinating and desirable addition to any coin collection. In conclusion, the 1998 D mint mark Kennedy half-dollar is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a bridge to history, a testament to artistry, and a sought-after collectible that continues to capture the interest of collectors around the world. Its significance is rooted not only in the memory of President John F. Kennedy but also in its enduring appeal as a coin that embodies both American heritage and numismatic excellence. For anyone fortunate enough to own one in pristine condition, the value and prestige of this coin cannot be overstated. Today, a high-quality 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar has the potential to be worth $39,466. Have you ever dug through your old coin jars or changed drawers and stumbled upon a coin that instantly made your heart skip a beat? What if I told you that among the everyday coins we often overlook, there could be a treasure lying right in your hands? Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in United States history, the 2000p mint mark Jefferson nickel. This humble 5-cent coin, which many of us use daily without a second thought, has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. And by the end of this video, you might just look at your loose change a little differently, The Jefferson nickel has been a cornerstone of American coinage for decades. First minted in 1938, it replaced the Buffalo nickel and features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. On the reverse, we see Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home, a symbol not only of American heritage but also of Jefferson's personal ingenuity and architectural flair. While these designs are widely recognized, it is the rare variations, mint marks, and production quirks that transform a seemingly ordinary nickel into a collector's dream. Now, the 2000p Jefferson nickel may not immediately stand out. Its production at the Philadelphia Mint in that year was considered typical, and millions of these coins entered circulation. However, collectors know that appearances can be deceiving. The true allure lies in certain conditions and minting errors, which make some of these nickels worth far more than their face value. But before we explore what makes this coin so special, let's talk about its historical context. The year 2000 was a transitional period for the United States. The economy was booming at the turn of the millennium, technology was rapidly advancing, and collectors were paying closer attention to coins from this era. The Jefferson nickel, already a staple in circulation, became a focus for numismatists searching for anomalies. Coins minted during this time can exhibit subtle variations, doubled dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, and other rare minting irregularities. While a standard 2000p Jefferson nickel may hold only its nominal value, a specimen in perfect condition, or one exhibiting one of these rare traits, can command significant sums on the collector market. One key factor in determining a Jefferson nickel's value is its condition, or what collectors refer to as grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless coin with no imperfections. Many nickels in circulation suffer from scratches, dings, or wear from handling. However, a 2000p Jefferson nickel preserved in mint condition, particularly those graded by a professional coin grading service such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can fetch impressive prices. Grading takes into account luster, strike quality, and surface preservation, making even the smallest differences critical. Another essential aspect is the concept of proof coins. While most 2000p Jefferson nickels were produced for circulation, a limited number were struck as proofs for collectors. Proof coins undergo a special minting process using polished dies and planchets, resulting in exceptionally sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. Collectors prize these proof coins, and even minor imperfections or unique anomalies on proofs can dramatically increase their value. For many collectors, the thrill comes not just from the monetary value but also from the hunt. Imagine rummaging through a coin roll from the bank and spotting a nickel that looks just slightly different. Maybe the Monticello on the reverse appears a touch raised, or the date is slightly doubled. These subtle features can point to a valuable variety that even experienced numismatists get excited about. The 2000p Jefferson nickel is known for such possibilities. While the majority of these coins are ordinary, those lucky few with rare errors or exceptional grading stand out dramatically. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is the way market demand interacts with rarity. Coin collecting is both an art and a science. While supply plays a significant role, trends, historical significance, and collector interest can amplify value. For the 2000p Jefferson nickel, a few factors make it highly sought after among modern coin enthusiasts. First, it represents a milestone year, the dawn of a new millennium. Second, it hails from the Philadelphia Mint, which, unlike the Denver or San Francisco mints, occasionally produced nickels with striking anomalies in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Third, it bridges the gap between coins people grew up using and serious numismatic collectibles, creating a sentimental and investment appeal simultaneously. Now, let's talk about spotting these valuable nickels. While professional grading is the gold standard for determining worth, there are a few things you can look for on your own. Start by examining the date and mint mark carefully. On a standard 2000p Jefferson nickel, the P mint mark sits just to the right of Monticello on the reverse. Any doubling, irregular spacing, or unusual thickness in the lettering may indicate a rare variety. Next, inspect the coin's surface for die cracks or unusual textures. Under a magnifying glass, even subtle variations in the design or planchet can hint at significant value. Finally, consider the coin's overall appearance. A bright, uncirculated nickel with original mint luster is far more appealing to collectors than a worn, dull example. While the majority of people will come across ordinary 2000p Jefferson nickels in their spare change, it only takes one extraordinary find to transform a collection. In fact, there have been instances where coins from this era, previously overlooked, sold for impressive sums at auction. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins that meet exacting standards of rarity, condition, and historical interest. The excitement is not just in owning the coin but in the story it tells, a tangible piece of history bridging everyday life and the rich legacy of American numismatics. Investing in coins like the 2000p Jefferson nickel is also a unique way to diversify your portfolio. Unlike stocks or bonds, coins carry intrinsic historical and collectible value that doesn't fluctuate solely based on market trends. Collectors often appreciate both the aesthetic beauty and the potential long-term financial return. Even if a coin doesn't immediately fetch thousands of dollars, its rarity and appeal may increase over time, especially as collectors focus on more modern issues from the turn of the millennium. It's important to note, however, that not every nickel will be worth a fortune. As with any collectible market, knowledge is power. Familiarizing yourself with minting history, consulting grading guides, and staying informed about auction results are essential steps for any serious collector. But the 2000p Jefferson nickel stands out because it embodies the potential for a hidden treasure, a coin that many have overlooked but that can hold extraordinary value for those who know what to look for. To recap, the 2000p Jefferson nickel may appear ordinary at first glance, but its potential value is immense. Its historical significance, the possibility of rare minting errors, the allure of proof coins, and the appeal of pristine condition all contribute to its desirability among collectors. By carefully examining coins, understanding grading, and seeking out anomalies, anyone can experience the thrill of discovering a potentially valuable nickel. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or someone who has just started exploring coin collecting, this coin offers a perfect blend of history, artistry, and financial opportunity. If you're looking to sell or appraise a 2000p Jefferson nickel, professional grading and authentication are key. Auction houses, coin dealers, and reputable grading services provide accurate assessments that can confirm a coin's rarity and market value. With patience, attention to detail, and a bit of luck, a seemingly ordinary nickel can become a centerpiece in a collection or a significant financial asset. The story behind each coin enhances its value, making every scratch, luster, and minting variation part of a larger narrative. And now, for the moment many collectors have been waiting for. After careful consideration of rarity, condition, and collector demand, a perfectly preserved 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel in exceptional condition can be valued at an astonishing $43,646. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in modern U.S. history, the 2007p Jefferson nickel. You might be thinking, it's just a nickel, how can it possibly be valuable? But stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see why this small 5-cent coin has collectors buzzing and why owning one could be more significant than you ever imagined. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage for over 80 years. First minted in 1938, it replaced the Buffalo nickel, and since then, its design has seen subtle changes, but the essence remains, a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of America's most revered presidents, on the obverse, and Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, on the reverse. These nickels are ubiquitous. They're in your wallet, your piggy bank, and even your loose change at the grocery store. But the 2007p issue has something extraordinary that sets it apart from the billions of other nickels produced in the 21st century. The 2007p Jefferson nickel is part of the Westward Journey series, a fascinating set of nickels minted from 2004 to 2006, with continuing designs in 2007. These nickels were designed to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition, a journey that shaped the course of American history. While most of these commemorative designs were intended for collectors, the 2007p nickel is unique because it was released into general circulation in massive numbers, yet a tiny fraction exhibits features that make it rare, highly sought after, and extremely valuable. So, what makes a nickel from 2007 special? On the surface, it looks like any other nickel minted that year: Jefferson's distinguished profile, Monticello on the reverse, and a plain P mint mark indicating it came from the Philadelphia Mint. But for coin collectors, the devil is in the details. Subtle errors during minting can make a coin go from being ordinary to extraordinary almost overnight. Die cracks, doubled dies, misstrikes, and unusual toning are all features that can elevate a coin's status from pocket change to a prized collectible point. One of the most talked about aspects of the 2007p Jefferson nickel is the variety of minor errors found by keen-eyed collectors. Some coins exhibit what is known as doubling, where elements of Jefferson's portrait, the date, or the lettering appear slightly doubled. Others have tiny die cracks along the rim, or near the edge of Monticello, creating a visual anomaly that makes each coin unique. While these errors are subtle, they are significant in the world of numismatics. Collectors often pay top dollar for coins that have these characteristics because they are considered limited and difficult to find. Interestingly, the 2007p Jefferson nickel is also part of a broader narrative in U.S. coinage. During the early 2000s, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new designs and techniques, trying to attract more interest from collectors while maintaining mass production for everyday transactions. The Westward Journey series was a reflection of this era, combining historical commemoration with contemporary minting methods. This context adds historical significance to the 2007p nickel, making it more than just a 5-cent piece. It's a snapshot of American history, design, and minting technology. Now, you might be wondering, if it's so valuable, how can I tell if my nickel is one of the rare ones? Identifying a collectible 2007p Jefferson nickel requires patience, attention to detail, and sometimes even professional verification. Experienced collectors often use magnification to inspect the coin's edges, lettering, and surface. Any anomalies, such as small die cracks, doubling, or unusual scratches that occurred during minting rather than circulation, can indicate that the coin is worth more than face value. Coins in uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services, are the ones that usually command the highest prices. The rarity of the 2007p Jefferson nickel is amplified by the fact that despite being a recent coin, few in the circulation exhibited the specific characteristics that collectors prize. It's easy to assume that because billions of nickels were minted, every collector could easily acquire one. But the truth is, coins with the specific error features are scarce. Many collectors spend years searching rolls of nickels from 2007 in the hope of finding one of these special coins, making each discovery a small treasure hunt. The fascinating part about coins like the 2007p Jefferson nickel is the story they carry. Every die crack or minor anomaly is a record of the minting process itself, a frozen moment in time that tells a tale about the machinery, materials, and humans involved in producing U.S. currency. Collectors don't just see a coin as money, they see it as a piece of history, a piece of art, and sometimes, a piece of mystery waiting to be uncovered. And in the case of this nickel, the combination of historical significance, minting uniqueness, and collector demand has created a coin that is anything but ordinary. Another factor driving interest in this nickel is the surge in modern coin collecting. Many new collectors are fascinated by contemporary coins with unusual features, especially those with error or limited release varieties. Unlike older coins, which often require extensive historical research to verify, the 2007p Jefferson nickel is recent enough that collectors can directly trace its production, minting location, and rarity. This transparency makes it appealing to both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. Collectors often share stories of the thrill of finding a rare 2007p Jefferson nickel in pocket change or rolls of coins purchased from banks. The excitement of discovering a coin that might be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars adds an element of adventure to the hobby. Imagine digging through a small stack of nickels and realizing that one of them has the potential to dramatically increase in value just because of a tiny minting anomaly. That's the magic of numismatics. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the smallest details can carry enormous significance. Of course, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins that have been carefully preserved, avoiding scratches, discoloration, and were from circulation, are exponentially more valuable than those that have been heavily handled. Many collectors invest in protective holders and display cases to maintain the pristine condition of their 2007p nickels. Even something as simple as the way a coin is stored at home, out of sunlight, moisture, and direct handling, can dramatically affect its market value. For those considering investing in a 2007p Jefferson nickel, it's also important to understand the grading system. Coins are evaluated on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC authenticate and grade coins, giving collectors confidence in the value of their investment. A high-grade 2007p Jefferson nickel, especially one with rare features, is not just a collectible, it's a potential long-term investment. So, what is the ultimate value of a rare 2007p Jefferson nickel? While most nickels from 2007 are worth only their face value, those with the right combination of features, uncirculated condition, and collector demand can fetch astounding prices. And after careful research and market observation, the most remarkable of these coins has been recorded at an astonishing price of $42,222. That's right, $42,222 for a single 5-cent coin, elevating it from a humble piece of currency into a prized collector's item with extraordinary historical, aesthetic, and financial value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone who simply enjoys discovering hidden treasures in everyday life, the 2007p Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of how even the smallest coin can hold immense significance. So next time you're sorting through your loose change or examining your coin collection, remember the 2007p Jefferson nickel. Look closely, inspect the details, and appreciate the history and craftsmanship behind every mint mark and die crack. You never know, you might just be holding a fortune in your hand without even realizing it. This nickel isn't just money, it's a story, a legacy, and a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things come in the smallest packages. Welcome back to World Information HD, the place where coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures come alive. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins from modern U.S. history, the 2017p mint mark Jefferson nickel. At first glance, it may seem like just another 5-cent coin that you pass by every day, but if you look a little closer, this nickel could be hiding a fortune right in your pocket. The Jefferson nickel has a long and storied history in the United States. Introduced in 1938, it replaced the Buffalo nickel and has featured the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, or front, of the coin. The reverse of the coin showcases Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home. Over the decades, collectors have eagerly sought out unique mint marks, low mintage issues, and unusual varieties of this 5-cent coin. Now, you might wonder what makes the 2017p mint mark Jefferson nickel so special. The P mint mark indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While Philadelphia Mint coins are generally plentiful, the 2017 issue contains several rare and collectible anomalies that have made it highly sought after among numismatists. Some of these coins exhibit doubling errors, where letters or numerals appear doubled, creating a fascinating visual effect. Others might have subtle striking errors, off-center designs, or unusual planchet characteristics that instantly make them stand out. Let's talk a little about the process that gives these coins their value. Every coin minted in the United States goes through a series of intricate steps before reaching your hands. Planchets, or blank coin discs, are first prepared to exacting specifications. Then, the dies strike these planchets under high pressure, imprinting the designs onto both sides. But sometimes, something goes awry during this process. A die might shift slightly, or a foreign object might cause a distortion. These mistakes are rare, but when they occur, they can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's gem overnight. One of the most famous examples of these anomalies in the 2017p mint mark Jefferson nickel is the double die variety. In this type of error, you might notice that the inscriptions or dates on the coin appear as if they were stamped twice. It's almost like a ghost image overlays the main design, and the subtle differences can make a huge difference in value. Coin experts often use magnifying glasses or microscopes to carefully inspect for these doubled features. If you think you might have one of these special nickels, it's essential to handle it with care. Fingerprints, scratches, and environmental damage can significantly affect its market value. In addition to doubled dies, some 2017 P. Jefferson nickels have been discovered with off-center strikes. Normally, the design is perfectly centered on the coin, but a misalignment during striking can result in part of the design being cut off or shifted. These off-center coins are relatively rare and highly coveted because they demonstrate a visible imperfection that occurred during the minting process, making each one unique. The larger the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin tends to be. Collectors also pay attention to the coin's finish and condition. Coins are graded on a scale, with mint state designations reserved for coins that have never circulated. Even slight imperfections or signs of wear can dramatically reduce a coin's value. A pristine, uncirculated 2017 P. Jefferson nickel with a rare anomaly could fetch far more than one that has been handled repeatedly or exposed to moisture, dirt, or air. Many collectors choose to store their coins in protective holders, often referred to as slabs, which preserve the coin's condition and provide official certification from a grading service. So, why are collectors so interested in modern nickels like this one? While many people focus on older coins from the 1800s or early 1900s, modern coins sometimes hide incredible surprises. The 2017 P. Jefferson nickel might seem like a recent coin, but the mint produced fewer coins with certain anomalies that year, making them harder to find. This scarcity, combined with the high demand among collectors, drives up the coin's value, creating a market where ordinary coins can unexpectedly become treasures. It's not just about rarity. History plays a role too. Each Jefferson nickel carries with it a story of the minting process, of the decisions made by die engravers, and of the countless hands that have held it before it entered the world of collecting. Numismatists love coins because they are tangible pieces of history. They tell us about the economy, about design trends, and even about mistakes that occurred during production. A 2017 P. Mint marked Jefferson nickel is more than a 5-cent coin. It's a snapshot of the U.S. Mint's operations in a very specific moment in time. For those curious about spotting these valuable nickels, the key is patience and attention to detail. Examine every coin carefully, looking for doubled letters, unusual shapes, or off-center strikes. Some collectors even use online databases and coin forums to compare findings and authenticate rare examples. Remember, a coin that might appear ordinary at first glance could be hiding a collectible treasure right under your nose. Collectors should also be aware of the importance of authentication. Because rare coins can command high prices, counterfeit examples sometimes surface. Having a coin professionally examined and graded can prevent costly mistakes. Trusted grading services provide a seal of authenticity, a detailed description of the coin's condition, and an official grade that reflects its rarity and market value. This certification adds confidence for both buyers and sellers, ensuring that the coin's value is recognized in the market. Interestingly, the 2017 P. Mint marked Jefferson nickel is an example of how modern coins can bridge the gap between casual collecting and serious numismatics. You don't need to be a lifetime collector to appreciate these coins. Even a person who finds one in their change could unknowingly hold a coin worth thousands of dollars, simply by virtue of its rarity and unique features. It's this sense of discovery that makes coin collecting so exciting. The idea that treasure could be hiding in your pocket or tucked away in a drawer. It's also worth noting that the market for rare nickels is not static. Values fluctuate based on demand, auction results, and trends in numismatics. Coins with interesting errors or unique characteristics can see dramatic spikes in price, especially when they gain attention online or through collector publications. Social media and coin forums have transformed the hobby, connecting collectors worldwide and highlighting rare finds in real time. A coin once considered insignificant can suddenly become the centerpiece of a collector's showcase. So, What should you do if you think you have a valuable 2017 P Mint marked Jefferson nickel? First, examine it carefully under good lighting, looking for any anomalies or unusual features. Handle it minimally, ideally with gloves, to avoid oils and scratches. Next, consult with a trusted numismatic expert or submit the coin to a recognized grading service. These steps can help confirm its authenticity and condition, maximizing its potential value in the marketplace. In summary, the 2017 P Mint marked Jefferson nickel is a modern example of how a coin can transcend its everyday role and become a collectible treasure. With its potential for doubled dies, off-center strikes, and other anomalies, it captures the attention of collectors worldwide. Its rarity, combined with excellent condition and certified grading, makes it a highly desirable piece for both casual collectors and serious numismatists alike. If you happen to stumble upon one of these rare nickels in your pocket change or family coin collection, you may want to think twice before spending it at a vending machine. This unassuming 5-cent coin could hold the key to an exciting adventure in coin collecting and, potentially, a substantial financial reward. And for those who have already sought out these treasures, the 2017 P Mint marked Jefferson nickel represents a reminder that even modern coins can be filled with history, craftsmanship, and unexpected value. From its precise design honoring Thomas Jefferson and Monticello to the subtle errors that make each coin unique, it's a testament to the intricate process of minting and the thrill of discovering something rare. So, if you're a collector or simply someone who loves uncovering hidden treasures, keep your eyes peeled for this particular nickel. Handle it with care, seek professional grading, and store it safely. Because in the world of numismatics, patience and attention to detail can turn an ordinary coin into a spectacular find. And finally, the market value of this remarkable 2017 P Mint marked Jefferson nickel, in pristine condition and with the rare features collectors crave, has been recorded at an incredible $43,266. When it comes to coin collecting in the United States, few pieces capture the interest of both casual collectors and serious numismatists quite like the Jefferson nickel. Struck for over 85 years, this small 5-cent coin has a history as rich and fascinating as the man whose portrait it bears. But within the vast sea of Jefferson nickels, some stand out as truly exceptional, not just for their history or aesthetic appeal, but for their rarity and the incredible value they can command in the market. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing examples from recent years, the 2018 D Mint marked Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the older Buffalo nickel. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home, on the reverse. Over the decades, subtle changes in design, minting processes, and production errors have turned ordinary nickels into sought-after collectibles. While many collectors focus on older issues, modern coins can sometimes offer surprising opportunities, and the 2018 D Jefferson nickel is a prime example of this phenomenon. Minted in Denver, the 2018 D Jefferson nickel belongs to a broader series that reflects the ongoing modernization of U.S. coinage. What makes this particular coin stand out is not immediately obvious to the casual observer. On first glance, it resembles any other 2018 nickel in circulation: the familiar portrait of Jefferson, the Monticello reverse, and the unmistakable D Mint mark tucked near the date. But for collectors who know what to look for, this coin represents something far more extraordinary. One of the key factors contributing to its desirability is the condition in which it is found. While many nickels suffer wear and tear from circulation, a coin that has retained its original luster, sharp details, and perfectly preserved surfaces can command a premium. In numismatic terms, coins are graded on a scale from pur to mint state, with several intermediate levels in between. The 2018 D Jefferson nickel that collectors seek is often graded MS65 or higher, a level of perfection rarely found in coins that have been in circulation, especially in the modern era. At this grade, every line of Jefferson's coat, every architectural detail of Monticello, and every tiny element of the coin's rim is crisp and unblemished. This pristine condition dramatically increases the coin's collectability and potential market value, Another reason this coin has caught the eye of collectors is the relatively low mintage of certain varieties. While the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints produce millions of nickels each year, variations in minting processes, small production errors, and distribution can make certain coins significantly harder to find. In the case of the 2018 D. Jefferson nickel, a combination of factors, including minor die variations, a limited number of uncirculated specimens, and high demand among collectors, has turned what might otherwise seem like an ordinary coin into a highly prized piece. Die variations and minting anomalies have long been a source of fascination in coin collecting. From doubled dies to off-center strikes, these subtle differences often transform a standard coin into a collectible gem. While the 2018 D. Jefferson nickel doesn't have a widely known dramatic error like some older rarities, its appeal lies in the subtle perfection of its strike and its near-flawless presentation. Collectors often seek coins where every element of the design is fully realized. The raised lettering is crisp, the date is sharply struck, and the mint mark is perfectly aligned. Achieving this level of quality requires not only precise minting techniques but also careful handling and storage immediately after the coin leaves the mint. The market for Jefferson nickels, particularly modern issues, has grown steadily over the past 2 decades. While older coins from the 1940s and 1950s often dominate headlines, contemporary collectors are increasingly looking for high-quality modern coins to complete their collections. The 2018 D nickel represents an accessible entry point for collectors who want a relatively recent piece that can still command a remarkable price if they are patient and selective. Its modernity does not diminish its collectible appeal. In fact, it makes it more relevant to a new generation of enthusiasts who are building their collections for both enjoyment and potential investment. Beyond condition and minting, provenance can also add to a coin's allure. Coins that come from well-documented sources, such as direct mint releases or established numismatic collections, often attract higher bids at auction. The 2018 D. Jefferson nickel has appeared in several notable sales, where collectors and investors have recognized its scarcity in pristine condition. Auctions, online marketplaces, and specialized coin shows have all contributed to a heightened awareness of the coin's value, drawing attention from a wider audience of both casual and serious buyers. Collectors who are interested in this coin often engage in meticulous searches, checking rolls of nickels for that perfect specimen. The hunt itself is part of the excitement, combing through bags of coins, inspecting each one under magnification, and gradually discovering a piece that meets the exacting standards of numismatic perfection. For those who do manage to find a coin with sharp details, full luster, and no visible imperfections, the satisfaction is immense. It's not just about monetary value, it's about owning a piece of contemporary history that has been preserved in near-perfect condition. It's also worth noting that modern coins like the 2018 D. Jefferson nickel often carry a dual appeal. They are accessible enough for new collectors, yet rare and high quality enough to interest experienced investors. Unlike older coins, which may require extensive research to understand their historical context and authenticity, modern nickels are relatively straightforward to evaluate, provided you know what to look for in terms of strike quality, luster, and grading. This combination of accessibility and collectability makes the coin particularly attractive in today's numismatic market. Collectors often turn to professional grading services to verify the condition and authenticity of coins like the 2018 D. Jefferson nickel. Organizations such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, provide standardized grading, certification, and encapsulation, offering buyers confidence in their purchases. A coin graded MS65 or higher by one of these services carries a strong premium, as the grade is an objective measure of the coin's quality and scarcity. For investors, this certification can be just as important as the coin itself, ensuring that they are buying a piece that meets stringent industry standards. While some might wonder why a modern nickel could be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars, the answer lies in the combination of rarity, condition, and demand. The 2018 D. Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of how even a coin from recent years can achieve remarkable value when it meets the highest standards of minting and preservation. Collectors are willing to pay for perfection, and when a coin is scarce in that condition, the market responds accordingly. For anyone considering adding the 2018 D. Jefferson nickel to their collection, there are several key takeaways. First, condition matters immensely. Seek coins with sharp strikes, full luster, and no visible flaws. Second, provenance can enhance value, so coins from reputable sources or those with certification are particularly desirable. Third, patience and diligent searching often pay off. The perfect coin may require effort to locate, but it can be immensely rewarding when found. Finally, understand that the coin's value is not static. Market conditions, collector demand, and broader trends in numismatics all influence how much a coin can ultimately command at sale. In conclusion, the 2018 D Mint marked Jefferson nickel is far more than a simple 5-cent coin. It is a testament to the artistry of modern minting, a reflection of collector passion, and a symbol of how even contemporary coins can become valuable treasures in the right circumstances. For collectors and investors alike, it offers an opportunity to own a piece of numismatic history in pristine condition, with a rarity and appeal that few modern coins can match. And now, after exploring its history, rarity, and desirability, it's time to reveal the incredible market value this coin can achieve. A pristine 2018 D. Jefferson nickel in top condition has been known to reach a remarkable $39,466. When it comes to modern American coin collecting, one piece that has captured the attention of both new and seasoned collectors is the 2023 D. Kennedy $50. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin in circulation, a familiar face of President John F. Kennedy staring proudly from the obverse. However, the story behind this particular issue, its rarity, and its demand among collectors make it a fascinating addition to any collection. The Kennedy $50, as a series, has always held a special place in the hearts of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Introduced in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of President Kennedy, it was designed as a tribute to the 35th President of the United States. Over the years, the coin has undergone several changes in composition, mintage, and design details, but its iconic obverse, featuring Kennedy's profile, has remained largely consistent. The 2023 D. Kennedy $50 stands out for several reasons. Firstly, its D Mint mark signifies that it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the two primary facilities responsible for producing circulating coins in the United States today. The Denver Mint has a reputation for producing coins in slightly lower quantities than the Philadelphia Mint, which means certain Denver issues, like this 2023 $50, can attract added interest among collectors. Another aspect that makes the 2023 D. Kennedy $50 noteworthy is its modern composition. Unlike the original 1964 issue, which contained 90% silver, the 2023 version is struck from a copper-nickel-clad composition. While this might make it less valuable intrinsically in terms of metal content, what collectors are truly after is rarity, condition, and the story behind the coin. In recent years, the demand for modern commemorative and circulating coins has grown significantly, and coins like the 2023 D. $50 are increasingly being seen as potential future collectibles. Condition is everything in the coin collecting world, and the 2023 D. Kennedy $50 is no exception. While millions of these coins were minted for circulation, a significant number were never released into everyday transactions. Coins that have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, particularly those graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, can command a significant premium over face value. Collectors actively seek out coins with flawless surfaces, sharp strikes, and no signs of wear or handling. Even minor imperfections can drastically reduce a coin's value, which is why meticulous preservation is key. Interestingly, the 2023 D. Kennedy $50 also benefits from a resurgence of interest in U.S. coinage sparked by the broader collectibles market. Over the last decade, coins have become not just objects of historical value but also investment assets. This is especially true for coins that are part of iconic series or commemorate notable moments in American history. While the Kennedy half dollar is a staple of American coinage, specific mint years like 2023 can become highly sought after when collectors identify factors such as low production numbers, limited releases in high-grade condition, or unique die variations. Die variations are a particularly intriguing aspect for collectors. These are subtle differences that occur during the coin production process, often resulting in slight shifts in design, doubling of letters or numbers, or variations in the mint mark. While the 2023 Kennedy half dollar has not yet developed the kind of dramatic error coins seen in older issues, the potential for minor anomalies always excites the collector community. Even small errors can elevate a modern coin from a common circulation piece to a highly coveted collectible. Beyond rarity and condition, there is also an undeniable historical and cultural appeal to the Kennedy half dollar. President Kennedy is remembered as a symbol of a transformative era in American history, an era of hope, progress, and significant political change. Every Kennedy half dollar carries a connection to that legacy. For collectors, owning a 2023 coin is not merely about the coin itself but also about preserving a piece of history for future generations. This emotional attachment can sometimes drive prices even higher than strictly material considerations would suggest. The 2023 Kennedy half dollar also benefits from modern minting technology. The coin features sharp relief, crisp detailing on Kennedy's portrait, and excellent strike quality, particularly in uncirculated or proof versions. Modern coins are produced using advanced techniques that reduce imperfections, but high-quality examples are still distinguished by exceptional eye appeal and luster. Coins that have never circulated, with surfaces that shimmer in natural light, are especially prized by collectors who focus on aesthetics as much as rarity. Collectors today are also influenced by market trends and online visibility. Social media, auction platforms, and dedicated numismatic communities have made it easier than ever to track the value of coins, connect with other collectors, and identify potential opportunities. A 2023 Kennedy half dollar, particularly one in top-tier condition, can attract significant attention in auctions or private sales. Enthusiasts may compete to secure coins they believe will appreciate in value over time, creating a dynamic market for modern issues. It's important to note that while the 2023 Kennedy half dollar is a modern coin, its potential investment value should not be underestimated. Unlike common coins that circulate widely and are often overlooked, certain coins in this series are already starting to demonstrate collector-driven premiums. Those who acquire coins directly from the mint, or early in their market life, often find themselves in an advantageous position, particularly when coins are preserved in protective holders or encapsulated by grading services. Professional grading is a key factor in determining the worth of a 2023 Kennedy half dollar. Graded coins receive a numerical score from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect, flawless coin. Even a difference of a single point can significantly influence the market price. For instance, a coin graded MS69 may sell for considerably less than an MS70 example, despite appearing almost identical to the naked eye. Collectors are willing to pay for the assurance of quality and authenticity, and professional grading provides that security. Additionally, the 2023 Kennedy half dollar is often paired with other modern collectibles, such as proof sets or special uncirculated sets released by the U.S. Mint. These sets can enhance the desirability of the coin, as collectors prefer owning coins in pristine sets or series. The availability of limited editions, coupled with the ongoing interest in Kennedy-themed coins, further strengthens the coin's appeal. In summary, the 2023 Kennedy half dollar is much more than a simple piece of circulating currency. It is a modern numismatic treasure that combines historical significance, high-quality minting, potential rarity, and strong collector demand. Whether you are a casual collector seeking to own a piece of presidential history, an investor exploring collectible assets, or an experienced numismatist searching for modern coins with long-term value, the 2023 Kennedy half dollar represents an exciting opportunity. As with any collectible, careful research, attention to detail, and awareness of market trends are essential. Understanding factors like mint mark significance, production numbers, condition, and grading can make the difference between a coin that remains a common circulation piece and one that becomes a prized collectible. Enthusiasts who take the time to preserve and properly present their coins are often rewarded with not only aesthetic satisfaction but also tangible financial gains. For those considering adding the 2023 D. Kennedy $50 to their collection, the future looks promising. Its combination of historical importance, limited availability, and appeal to modern collectors ensures that demand will likely remain strong. While predicting the exact trajectory of collectible coin prices is never certain, current trends suggest that coins like this could become increasingly sought after over the next decade. And for anyone curious about the potential value of a top-tier 2023 D. Kennedy $50, the most impressive examples, perfectly preserved, professionally graded, and highly coveted by collectors, can reach an astonishing $36,466.